Hey everyone, it's day 20 of the 30-day challenge where I'm looking for new investor partners for my real estate business. If you know someone who might be interested in a passive secure return secured by real estate, would you please send them my way? So I committed to go live for 30 days and talk about the real estate business, but I've got something else to talk about today. So I mentioned about a book I was reading recently called The 12-Week Year, and that's still the main book I'm reading, but I tend to be reading 3 or 4 books at a time, maybe 5, and on any given day I just pick up whichever one is speaking to me at the moment. So last night I was reading one called The Slight Edge, and the chapter I was reading was about psychology, positive psychology, which basically means the science of happiness. And it was a pretty interesting chapter. And then he had 5 things that, they boiled down the 5 things that are most likely to bring you happiness if you do them on a daily basis. So I thought that is a good tidbit to share. So I'm just going to share it right out of the book here. So number 1, each morning write down 3 things you're grateful for. Not the same 3 every day. Find 3 new things to write about. That trains your brain to search your circumstances and hunt for the positive. So I think I knew that one already, but I don't really do it on a regular basis. Number 2, journal for 2 minutes a day about one positive experience you've had over the past 24 hours. Number 3, meditate daily. Nothing fancy, just stop all activity, relax, and watch your breath go in and out for 2 minutes. Number 4, do a random act of kindness over the course of each day. To make this simple, you can start each day by taking 2 minutes to write an email to someone you know, praising them or thanking them for something they did. So if you get an email from me, you might know what it's about. And number 5 is exercise for 15 minutes daily. So those are 5 simple things, and so I'm going to try to put these to the test. They say to start with 1 and do it every day until it becomes a habit. So the number 1 was each morning write down 3 things you're grateful for. Well, instead of writing them down, I'm going to share them on this video. So 3 things I'm grateful for. Number 1 is grocery stores. Seems kind of random, but another book I was reading recently about biological evolution pointed out that for most of human history, our ancestors spent more than half of their waking hours chewing their food, because it was all very tough fruits, like things you could get out of the ground, like roots or uncooked potatoes, raw meat, everything you had to chew and chew and chew. And then they finally developed, food preparation and fire and boiling and things like that. But that is all very recently in human history. So I'm very grateful that today we don't have to chew the entire day. And number 2, fingernail clippers. Today I had a hangnail, and in that same vein of, human history, not very long ago you would have had to try to deal with that hangnail with a sharp rock or pull it off and rip half your finger off along with it. So today I just walked into the bathroom and in 5 seconds it was no longer an issue. So I'm grateful for fingernail clippers. And thirdly, let's see, I guess I should have figured these out beforehand. But I'm grateful for swimming pools. Oh, even better, air conditioning. It would not be possible to live here in Arizona without it. Well, some people did before there was air conditioning, but for me and my family, we would not last very long. So I'm grateful for air conditioning that allows us to live in this great place without having to overheat every day. So those are 3 things I'm grateful for, and I recommend to anyone that you try it out along with me if you feel like it, but I'm going to be working on that, so feel free to follow up with me and see how it's going. and hope you all have a great night.